So welcome to week one. This week, we're going to learn a lot about the history of the internet and some other important information we need to know about working online. So I just want to go over some of the important things in the first week of your text. So go ahead and flip to chapter 1 in your textbook. You can pause the video until you get there if you like. I'm just going to do a quick review of things that I think are really important for you to learn this week. Like I said, this won't be a video that walks you through code. We'll start those next week, since this week it's just reading. So if we go ahead and we flip, we'll see that there's an introduction to the internet and the web. That's important stuff to learn on where the web came from. If we keep flipping, we get to web standards and accessibility. This is really important. We want to make sure websites are accessible. The reason we do is you'd be amazed how many people with lower vision use the internet. They have screen readers that read to them what's on a page. So it's important we set our graphics correctly and to design in a way that it works with their screen readers. For people with low vision, we want to make sure we're using colors too that appeal to them. You'd be amazed how many people are colorblind. So it's important that our text is done in a manner that it won't affect someone colorblind. We'll get into a lot of design aspects as we go farther on in the class because that's one of my favorite things to talk about. So we want to make sure we understand web standards and accessibilities in the law. The ADA laws are very, very important. You need to make sure we review that section thoroughly. And universal design, which is one of my favorite subjects to talk about with the faculty members here at the college. If we design things for students that will be able to easily pick them up, such as videos like this, then we're a step ahead of the game. So let's keep going. Information, reliability, and information on the web. Make sure you look at that. Credible organizations are something important. If you're designing for a company, you want to make sure the information you're putting in on their website is accurate. Ethical use. So this is really important. We're going to get through this a little more when we get into graphics. It talks about using someone's graphics on your website. Copyright law is a big thing. And when we get to that area over graphics, we'll talk about using graphics for educational use only versus buying free graphics. So we go on further, and it's going to talk a little about network. That's some stuff you need to know, but if you get lost in it, don't panic. That's okay. It's not really going to affect your coding. It's just something you need to know for knowledge. So when we get into internet protocols, we are going to use FTP to take the files we develop and push them onto the web. We'll go over a little of that next week, so don't panic if that seems a little confusing as you go. Then you'll keep going on and talking about domain names. Obviously, most of you have searched the web, so that's something you probably know about how to set a domain name. We can talk about that later in class also. We'll get into markup languages, and then popular uses for the web. So the popular uses for the web section shouldn't surprise you, whether it's or using a computer to shop, like Amazon, for instance. I love Amazon, and that's a website particularly designed for e-commerce, or maybe it's mobile access. The majority of people are carrying smartphones these days that give us mobile access, or blogs. So even the college, we run our own blogs for our faculty here in East York State. Then there's wikis and social networking, like who doesn't like Facebook or Twitter or any of the new social networking sites, using clouds, using RSS, podcasts, and Web.2 on. That'll bring you to the end of chapter 1 of your book. At that point, you're going to want to make sure that you complete the homework assignments that go with the chapter. If you have any questions, again, make sure you email me. Good luck this week.